Hi, this is Jana. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we are making old-fashioned 1950s, 60s TV dinner Salisbury steak. Not the Salisbury steak they sell in TV dinners today. It used to be really good. And so what we've got started here is I'm making a double batch, but I'm going to tell you for the single. You take one egg and you want to whip that egg up so that it's broken up together. Just like this. Okay? This is out of my cookbook I wrote 20 years ago. This has just been a family thing that we've had.
We were talking about that yesterday. It was 20 years.
I know, 20 years ago. I cannot believe it. Anybody who knows me knows that's crazy because it just doesn't seem like it. And so we've got a 1/4 cup of chopped up celery. We've got a teaspoon of dry minced onion, or you can use fresh, okay? And then we've got a 1/4 cup of dry breadcrumbs. When I say dry breadcrumbs, it's like dried plain breadcrumbs, okay? I'm gonna mix that together.
I think she has those breadcrumbs in your Amazon store, but I'll have to double check.
Okay, just like that. And then we've got a tablespoon of dry onion soup mix. We have a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. We have 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, okay? Just like this. All right. Just like this. There's all our flavor right there. Like I said, if you want to use fresh onion, use fresh onion. But we found, like, for meatballs and things, we kind of prefer the dry minced onion, which is, you know, just the dried minced onion. You can get it at the Dollar Tree, you can get it at Dollar General's, whatever. And now 1 pound of ground beef, okay? And use the best tool I know for making meatloaf or meatballs. Is your hand. You don't want to overmix this, and do not ever use an electric mixer making meatloafs or things like this, because it'll make it a weird texture. And so the best thing to do is to use your hand. Okay? These are baked. You can bake, these are perfect for church because you can do this the night before and have it in the refrigerator. You can have them all browned and ready to go, everything in it, and then put your pan in the refrigerator. And then on Sunday morning before you go to church, pull it out of the refrigerator and put it in the oven, because they can bake anywhere from 1 to 2 hours. It's just fine. So perfect for Sundays. Okay, we are going to be right back. I'm going to get another glove here, and we're going to make our patties and start to brown. Okay, we're back. I'm going to make our patties. Divide up our meat here. You want to kind of get them to be about the same size. So what I do is I make them ahead of time and try and get the patties about the same size here. And you can tell when they're too big, and then you just share it amongst each other until it's just right. It's just a little trick that you learn to do so you don't end up with some big ones and then some teeny tiny ones.
Do we need to bust the scale out?
You can use a scale if you want to, but we're not that OCD quite that bad. And so, okay, there we go. So now, if you remember from your 1960s TV dinner, you kind of make an oval patty just like this, okay? Thank you, Erin. The camera is too high. I can't see when I'm under the, just like this. And then I have a plate of flour over here, and we're going to dip them in flour before we fry them. And so I'm just making these oval patties. We're in the super regionals, and we're in the overtime here into the 10th inning, and I'm being distracted by that too, so pretty exciting. Super Regional Baseball, NCAA. We're cheering on the teams. Okay, so then I'm going to be back and we're going to turn around. I'm just going to dip them in flour, just like this. Okay, I'm just going to dip them in flour like that, and then we'll be back. How can you tell when your oil's ready to put your burger in or your patties? Put in a wooden spoon and it bubbles around the bottom. It's ready to put in your patties. So here are our Salisbury steak patties.
Mr. Janice Kitchen's so excited.
Yeah, we were going to grill tonight, but it's raining. And so Mr. Janice Kitchen, I was making suggestions to him, and he was a very happy man when I suggested Salisbury steak. And so these are going to brown until they're browned, okay? And then we're going to add our sauce. And we will be back in just 1 second. Okay, the recipe calls for 1 cup of milk and 1 can of cream of chicken. You can use cream of celery if you like, beefy mushroom. So there's cream of chicken. And then I have a can of cream of mushroom. The label fell off.
Oop-a-daisy.
Oop-a-daisy. That happens, I notice, when I buy them in the 8 packs. Sometimes the labels aren't all adhered. Makes it easier for recycling.
I don't know if they still do those school label things back in the day.
Yeah, that's right. We had to do it the old-fashioned way. Okay, and so you're going to whisk this together. And I'm going to see, because I've got my half and half out here. It's 1 cup of milk, and I'm going to get this mixed together, because I want extra gravy for our mashed potatoes, because I'm going to make some mashed potatoes.
We got a video for that we'll put in the description bar. So.
Yeah. And so this is the recipe, okay? This is exactly how they did it back in the 50s and 60s, right here, just like that. But you know me, I don't leave anything well enough alone. That's kind of thick for me, and so I'm going to add about 1/4 cup of sour cream. There we go. Then I'm going to add a little bit more, half and half, just like that. Until it's a nice gravy to my liking. And so you can do the same to your liking. If you like a thick gravy, then leave it the way it was. If you like a thinner gravy, then add to your taste. Okay? Yeah, just a little more. So I probably did 1.5 cups of a cup of milk, half a cup of half and half, but you can use milk, all milk. And then I did about 1/4 cup of sour cream. It just gives that gravy just a little bit of richness and twang, as Erin says. And if you want to, you can put mushrooms in. You can add mushrooms to your Salisbury steak. So we're going to turn around here and go back to our Salisbury steak. Okay, we got our gravy made, and now we're going to gently, always turn away from yourself when you're turning anything with, see, not towards myself. I'm going to turn it away from myself, just like that, so you don't splatter hot grease on yourself. I've got olive oil in here, but you can use beef tallow, vegetable oil, whatever your family likes. And we're not cooking these all the way. We're going to cook them in the oven, a 350 oven. Okay, so we're just going to brown them like that, and we're going to be back. Our Salisbury steaks are browned on both sides, and now I'm going to add, let's see, I'm going to give a scooper out here, I think, and try that first. Thank you. And so now I'm going to add our soup mixture over the top. You can drain off the fat if you want to, but that helps to make a good gravy. Just like this. And if you want to, you can add beef broth to your soup mixture too. Make it extra beefy. You know, once you get the basics of cooking down, you can take any recipe and adapt it to your liking. Just like that. Here, hand me that Nature's right there. I'm going to add just a little nature seasoning to the top of this, or you can add some salt and pepper. Erin loves nature seasoning.
Yes, I do.
All right, now I'm going to add this to my oven that is at 350 for 1 to 2 hours. And I'm going to pop it in the oven, and I'm going to cover it for the first half hour, and then I'm going to uncover it and just watch it real close. And so we will be back. Okay, we're back, and I just pulled our our Salisbury steak out of the oven. It's all ready to go. And I've got some fresh mashed potatoes. Ooh, I'm making my husband's plate here.
Sorry, you're looking at the camera.
I was too speedy for you.
A little bit.
And some frozen peas. Some of you probably have fresh garden peas early this spring.
And we'll post the link for the potatoes in the bottom in the description bar.
And there's our gravy. Look at it, self-made. I didn't have to do anything to that gravy. And I know. What do you think? Dad'll want 1 or 2?
He'll probably do 2.
I think so too. And I'm going to do some gravy.
He's been very patient.
He's been very patient with us today. We kind of booted him out a little bit
While we were watching the game.
while we were watching the game. I need a paper towel here. Sorry. Clean up my plate here. I slopped all over it. And so here is our some Salisbury steak, mashed potatoes and gravy, and peas. Erin will put the link to my creamy mashed potatoes also on this link. I hope you try my Salisbury steak really soon.